CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Life as a crossing guard in Chicago isn't easy this week.
It's freezing cold. My face, my toes, everything, hands, even though I'm layered, it don't matter.
Midwesterners are about to suffer through another day of a deep freeze that's reaching its frosty tentacles eastward. People in Philly are getting a 6-degree wake-up call.
Got my hand warmers with me. Gotta have a hat, sweatshirts, hoodies. Gotta have the jumpers, the thick down jackets. Gotta have your thermals on.
The good news, there's an end in sight. WCBS radio meteorologist Craig Allen.
This may be the last day that the cold is this extensive. There is definitely a sign of warmer temperatures to come right through the weekend and into at least the first half of next week.
The death toll from this week's cold is up to at least 9. New statistics show there's almost a 50-50 chance you have some form of heart disease. Live to CBS's Peter King.
Deborah, the American Heart Association says more than 121 million adults had cardiovascular disease in 2016, nearly 50% of the adult population, but eliminate those who have just high blood pressure, and that number goes to 24 million, or 9% of the adult population. Heart problems from clogged arteries to heart failure. The Heart Association says cardiovascular disease is the country's top killer. It claimed more than 840,000 lives in 2016, Deborah.
If you're trying to stop smoking, e-cigarettes may be your best bet. New research in the New England Journal of Medicine shows vaping is twice as effective as nicotine gum and patches. Nancy Rigotti is director of the Tobacco Treatment Center at Mass General.
This study shows us, in fact, e-cigarettes help people quit smoking. Suggests that they are at least as good as our existing treatment, maybe better.
President Trump says he's taking a hands-off approach to the release of Robert Mueller's Russia report. CBS's Elaine Quijano.
Asked whether he would sign off on the report, the president said, quote, they'll have to make their decision within the Justice Department. They will make the decision as to what they do.
The president commenting in an interview with the conservative website, The Daily Caller. The unrest is growing in Venezuela. Anti-Maduro demonstrations in the streets of Caracas. Correspondent Elizabeth Palmer is in the capital.
Maduro's opponent, Juan Guaido, joined the protesters in Caracas. The man, now recognized by the U.S. as interim president, told supporters he was committed to holding free elections.
The European Parliament has just voted in favor of recognizing Guaido as Venezuela's interim president. S&P futures are up 3. This is CBS News.
You have enough things to worry about every day. Insurance shouldn't be one of them. You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's #1, #2 employee. Leave a message at the... Hi, Jamie. It's you, Jamie. Don't hang up. You need to hear this. You gotta quit wearing that aviator jacket. Nobody's buying it. I'm sorry you have to hear it from me, but at Progressive, we're all about giving it to people straight. That's why we show our rates alongside our competitors' rates. And when you're helping people find great rates, you don't need some jacket to look cool. Just keep rocking that scarf.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Comparisons not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Cars that sound like this. Trust Pennzoil Synthetics to protect their engines in extreme conditions. Top racing teams know that Pennzoil Synthetics give them the performance to help them succeed. And your car's engine deserves the same. Because your daily commute is no less important. Get complete protection for top engine performance, just like the pros. Visit Pennzoil.com/rebate to save on Pennzoil Synthetics. Terms apply.
From now on, chocolate lovers will get what they see from 2 candy makers.
Ever open a bag of chocolates and realize there's more packaging than product? Ghirardelli and Russell Stover have to pay up to the tune of $750,000 after prosecutors in California accused the companies of selling products in oversized containers that misled people who thought they were getting more chocolate than they did. Prosecutors also say Ghirardelli offered one chocolate product containing less cocoa than advertised. Matt Piper, CBS News.
Not all Starbucks fans are Howard Schultz fans. Many have been asking for a shot of politics with their cappuccinos since the company's former CEO announced his interest in running for president. The Huffington Post says a weekly memo instructs baristas to let customers know they respect everyone's opinion, but their goal is to create a warm and welcoming space where people can gather as a community over great coffee. If pressured further, the party line is Howard's future plans are up to him. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
This is a special announcement for all Americans who owe back taxes to the IRS or state. Pay attention, there's a special toll-free hotline set up especially for you. This hotline will give you free information on how you can legally reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call the taxpayer hotline today at 800-459-1725. Grab a pen or put the number in your cell phone, 800-459-1725. You'll speak with qualified professionals who tell you how to stop the collection calls, IRS letters, bank levies, and wage garnishments, and they'll deal directly with the IRS on your behalf so you don't have to. Even if you haven't filed returns or you are already in a payment plan, you can still get relief. New IRS settlement policies have opened the doors for a fresh start. But hurry, this won't last forever, and your tax problem will only get worse if you do nothing or try to handle it yourself. It makes a big difference in who you call. So call the taxpayer hotline today for free information. 800-459-1725. 800-459-1725.
At U.S. Bank, just picture what you can do with a low home equity rate. Cook up a new kitchen, say I do to the perfect wedding. If you can picture it, you can do it with a U.S. Bank home equity line of credit. Apply today at your local U.S. Bank. Visit usbank.com. Go ahead, bring your dreams to life. You've got the strength of U.S. Bank behind you. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I was always tired, even with a full night's sleep. I'd wake up with a headache and couldn't get motivated. I went to the Sleep Disorder Center at TJ Sampson Community Hospital, where all my appointments, assessments, and treatments were all in one convenient location. Dr. Clark Turpin and the staff took great care of me. I felt like I was in a hotel, not a lab or a clinic. In my case, my insurance paid for it. Thanks to the TJ Sampson Sleep Disorder Center, dreaming is now my reality.
For more information, please visit tjsamson.org.
Good morning from WCLU, waking up with 12 degrees. That's right, it's a 1 and a 2. 12 degrees out there, and as you heard Deborah saying, just about all of the country is underneath some sort of a cold duress here this morning, and we're not any different at 12 degrees, getting started here at WCLU. But first, let me tell you about our birthday honorees that we know about today so far. It's Bridget Gross having a birthday. Haley Hagen, Dr. Kyle Kaiser, Jason Wooten is 8 today, Carolina Ellis with a birthday. It is Julie White's very first birthday. David Boyd Ross is 78 today. We also have Nancy Settle with a birthday. And we have Hayden Williams turning 7 today. And we've got the birthday of Brenda Puerto. That's Brenda Puerto having a birthday. I think that's where we are so far. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online here from WCLUradio.com. Now at 12 degrees, Ray Stajic has a little more to say about it.
Satellite picture picking up the cloud deck. That's some of the cold air in. As we head through the next few days, though, cold air out. Yesterday we struggled to get to 20 degrees. We may struggle to get to freezing today. 40s tomorrow. 50s on Saturday. 60s on Sunday. Do I hear 70 degrees? Probably not, but very mild as we get into the first few days of the new month. The average highs this time of year in the upper 40s. Clouds in this morning. We'll get some clearing as we get into the afternoon. Some, probably not mostly sunny. 33. Overnight tonight, some rain showers. Maybe a little wet snow mixing in the mid-20s. Light rain early tomorrow, cloudy and 41 in the afternoon. Saturday, cloud, sunshine, much milder in the upper 50s to near 60. On Sunday, mostly cloudy, mid-60s. Chance of showers Monday, mid-60s. Still in the 60s through Tuesday and Wednesday of next week before it turns colder. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, a Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. As I mentioned earlier in the last hour, that we have snowflakes in a band of snow that's from about Madisonville southeast through Bowling Green down into northern Tennessee. And if you're driving underneath that narrow band of clouds, you'll get a few big old snowflakes out there this morning. We're not aware of any travel problems today. Nothing has changed as far as any schools from overnight. The most recent change at all was when we had Caverna schools make the decision to go today, but on a 1-hour delay. So Caverna schools, a 1-hour delay today. 6:09, 12 degrees. Wes Royce and local news straight ahead.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding, and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when
For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. The Glasgow Independent School Board held a special called meeting on Tuesday night. After several conversations, the board voted to select Sherman Carter Barnhart, a Lexington-based architecture firm, as the company to design the Glasgow School District's proposed upgrades to Hank Royce Stadium. While most board members were in agreement that Sherman Carter Barnhart seemed to be the correct choice for the project, board member Dr. Barrett Lessenberry disagreed. The firm has been chosen to complete prior projects such as the district's renovation and rebuilding of Glasgow High School. Lessenberry said he believed the firm has shown complications in the past, leading him to believe the board should not simply chose to it because of its prior experience with the school system. Lessenberry summarized his concern on a broader scope: hold the firms in question accountable. Due to roof leaks and other construction errors, Lessenberry felt the board had reason to question the firm's capabilities.
I'm concerned about the aftercare, and we did not get it on the last $22 million project.
Lessenberry felt his decision would leave a lasting impression on the Glasgow school system. He believes that if the school system continues to choose only Sherman Carter Barnhart to complete projects, the district may have no other choice but to contract the firm for all future projects.
I would think if you go with the same firm, you're going to further cement the idea in the heads of other architectural firms. Don't waste your time with Glasgow School. They're bigger fish somewhere else. We don't even need to do anything because they're obviously hooked up with one firm.
Superintendent Keith Hale said Glasgow Independent Schools administration shared their opinions regarding which firm would be best. While the majority was in favor of Sherman Carter Barnhart, Hale reassured the board that the administration would be in support regardless of their decision.
Just be assured that whoever you pick, that we will be actively involved in that process.
According to Director of Pupil Personnel Chad Mullenkamp, the firm selection will be revealed to the company to begin the construction process.
The board had a very tough decision, lots of good discussion, pros and cons for all parties involved, and the board was able to make the decision that they did to move forward with Sherman Carter Barnhart.
Students pursuing civil engineering and engineering technology degrees can apply for scholarships being offered by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. The Cabinet says it will award up to 30 new scholarships. The deadline is February the 1st. Information and applications are available online. In addition to tuition assistance, scholarship recipients will have a chance to work during the summers and are guaranteed employment after graduation. Students agreed to work 1 year for the Cabinet for each year of the scholarship assistance. Scholarships in the bachelor's program range from $6,200 to $6,600 per semester. For an associate's program in civil engineering technology, the scholarship is $3,000 per semester. Recipients will be notified in April. Local election officials have scheduled a recount for a Kentucky House race decided by one vote. The Daviess County Board of Elections will recount results from House District 13 on Saturday. Local election officials say they plan to finish the recount in one day. Democrat Jim Glenn defeated Republican DJ Johnson by one vote in November. Kentucky does not have an automatic recount law, but it does allow candidates to contest election results to the state legislature. The last week, a panel of State House lawmakers voted 6-3 to order the recount. All three Democrats on the panel voted no. Daviess County election officials estimate the recount will cost $10,200. Johnson has agreed to pay for the recount regardless of the results. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. More local news when we continue. It's 6:15 and 12 degrees.
Comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Check out the great deals at Gilead Auto Group in Glasgow.
Stretch your hard-earned tax refund further during Gilead's Tax Time Sale-a-thon. Save big on over 450 pre-owned vehicles, starting at $2,500 up to like-new 2018 models. Plus, we have over 100 vehicles priced below $9,900. We work with over 20 lenders to get you the vehicle you need and deserve no matter your credit situation.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
Tack the Glasgow EPB.
And more local news at this hour. After a court ordered Kentucky taxpayers to pay more than $222,000 in legal fees for the gay and straight couples who sued, outside lawyers for Governor Matt Bevin say former Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis broke the law and taxpayers should not have to collectively bear the financial responsibility for Davis's intransience. Only Davis refused to comply with the law, as was her obligation and as was required by the oath of office she took, says Bevin attorney Palmer G. Vance II wrote in a brief filed with the court. Bevin has been a staunch supporter of Davis, who spent 5 days in jail for refusing a court order to issue marriage licenses following the historic U.S. Supreme Court ruling that effectively legalized gay marriage. Davis even switched parties, registering as a Republican because she said that Democrat Party abandoned her. But now Davis and Bevin will oppose each other in federal court today as lawyers argue who should have to pay for the lawsuit that stemmed from Davis's actions. Davis, who lost her re-election bid in November, have asked the court not to award legal fees, but if they do, they disagree on who should pay. Davis's attorneys argue she acted on behalf of the state, but in an interview with the Associated Press, Davis's attorney Matt Staver said he does not attribute those arguments to Bevin, but to the attorneys who represent him. Those attorneys, Palmer G. Vance II and William M. Lear, Jr., are the same ones who represented former Democratic Governor Steve Beshear on the case before Bevin took office. A Louisville, Kentucky woman who was previously convicted of domestic violence has pled guilty to a superseding indictment charging her with unlawful possession of 37 firearms, announced U.S. Attorney Russell M. Coleman. Ashlyn Markham, age 28 of Louisville, was indicted by a federal grand jury on November the 20th. According to a plea agreement, on August 29th of last year, agents from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives were investigating the theft of firearms by a building associated with a firearms dealer. During the investigation, agents approached a vehicle in the parking lot of a motel in Muldrow, Kentucky. Markham was seated in the passenger seat of the vehicle. An agent saw a Colt Black Stallion .380 caliber semi-automatic pistol and a loaded magazine in plain view on the floorboard of the vehicle near the defendant's feet. After being advised of her Miranda rights, the defendant stated she obtained the pistol found in the vehicle from a guy named, quote, Joe, and that she chose that pistol to carry beside her because it was small. The defendant consented to a search of a motel room she was staying in. At the firearms the defendant said that were stolen from the storage building associated with the firearms dealer were located in that room. Agents discovered that shortly after. According to the superseding indictment, Markham has 3 previous misdemeanor domestic violence convictions in Jefferson County District Court. Markham faces a maximum of 10 years imprisonment, a maximum of $250,000 in fines, and a 3-year term of supervised release. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. Up next, the latest from Glasgow High School in this edition of The Scotty Report.
It's been another great week to be a Scotty. Congratulations to the GHS academic team for capturing the District 14 overall title for the 8th consecutive year. The team finished first in future problem solving, first in quick recall, and individuals finished first in 5 out of 6 individual assessments. Congratulations to the following students for advancing to the 2019 region competition at GHS on February 16th. In math, Cade Bishop 2nd, Scout Oliver 3rd, Travis Peden 4th. Social Studies, Parker Bannister 1st, Stratton Kaiser 3rd, Cade Bishop 4th. Science, Mason Reed 1st, Matthew Polson 2nd, Stratton Kaiser 4th. Language Arts, Daniel Dill 1st, Tabby Klein 2nd. Arts and Humanities, Daniel Dill 1st, Matthew Polson 2nd, Mason Reed 4th. Composition, Palmer Lessenberry 1st, Scout Oliver 2nd. FBS team 1st place, Scout Oliver, Matthew Polson, Tabby Klein, Eli Travis. Quick recall team 1st place, Mason Reed, Parker Bannister, Daniel Dill, Cade Bishop, Stratton Kaiser, Tabby Klein, Griffin Reed, and Caleb West. Any student taking a dual credit course this year, whether WKU or SkyTech, the dual credit scholarship is now available. Log into your KHEAA account to access this application. Congratulations to the Scotty and Lady Scotties for their district wins over Monroe County on Tuesday. The Scotties will visit Clinton County this weekend, while both teams will visit Allen County on Monday for another district game. Good luck to all of our Scotty athletes. This has been McKay Bowles for this week's Scotty Report. Shine on, Scotties, and stay true to the blue.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. A jury is awarding Senator Rand Paul more than $580,000 in a dispute with his neighbor. Paul said the case was not just about him, but about violence in society.
The idea of bringing the lawsuit was really not just about us, it's about everybody. It's about what kind of society we want to live in. Do we want to live in a society where violence is okay?
The Republican was attacked by his neighbor, Rene Boucher, in 2017 while he was mowing his lawn. He suffered 6 broken ribs and 3 fractures. The jury awarded him $375,000 in punitive damages and $200,000 for pain and suffering, plus nearly $8,000 in medical expenses. Attorneys for Governor Matt Bevin say a former county clerk who stopped issuing marriage licenses because of her opposition to gay marriage broke the law, and the state should not have to pay legal fees for people who sued her. A federal appeals court is set to hear arguments today about who should pay the lawyers for several gay and straight couples who sued Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis in 2015. A large jury pool will be called in the case of a man accused of murdering 2 Fort Campbell soldiers.
Jeremy DeMar is accused of murdering his estranged wife, Priscilla East, and Christopher Hoke in 2017. Judge John Adkins has decided to call in a large pool of potential jurors. He also wants them to fill out a jury questionnaire on the case.
What I'm going to do in that regard is have them fill them out when they come in for jury orientation.
DeMar's trial is set to start in May. If convicted, he could face the death penalty. I'm Haley Hansen.
And the president of Kentucky's Council on Post-Secondary Education plans a statewide listening tour. A council statement says President Aaron Thompson wants to talk with students and community members about college access and workforce quality. The first forum is set for Friday at the Eastern Kentucky University campus. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
It's the Championship Tractor Pull, February 13th through the 16th at Freedom Hall. Tickets start at $10 at Ticketmaster.com and champpull.org. It's louder than ever. The Championship Tractor Pull is powered by Syngenta. Visit champpull.org for more information.
This is Trooper Tiffany Bond with Kentucky State Police. No matter where you drive across Kentucky, crashes can happen anywhere. So we pay attention to unbuckled drivers and passengers. So get in and buckle up, day and night. Kentucky, these are our communities. If writing a ticket can prevent tragedies like the ones I've seen, I'll do it. Why? Because it saves lives.
A message from law enforcement officers across Kentucky and the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety, who remind you, click it or ticket.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
This is WCLU Local News. It is 12 degrees, dangerously cold out there this morning. Winds are blowing out of the northeast at 5 miles an hour. That puts the wind chill at about 3 above this morning. Prepare as you walk out the door today. In area funeral announcements this hour, Temple Dickinson, age 62 of Glasgow, passed away suddenly Tuesday at T.J. Sampson Community Hospital. At this hour, arrangements for Temple Dickinson are incomplete, but will be announced later by Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Thelma Lois Shaw Capshaw Wright, age 87 of Marrowbone, died Wednesday at Cumberland County Hospital. She was a homemaker and a member of the Church of Christ. Survivors include a daughter, Pam Simpson of Marrowbone, 4 sons, Willie Capshaw of Dewberry, Larry, Terry, and Kenneth Capshaw of Tompkinsville, 2 sisters, Nellie Shaw of Marrowbone and Della Hare of Columbia. Several grandchildren and great-grandchildren also survive. Service for Thelma Lois Shaw Capshaw Wright will be Friday at 2 o'clock at the Pleasant Hill Church of Christ in Monroe County. Burial to follow in the Pleasant Hill Cemetery. Visitation today from 2 o'clock until 8:30 at McMurtry Funeral Home, and on Friday at the funeral home from 7 until 10, and the Pleasant Hill Church of Christ after 11 o'clock until time for service. Memorials can be made to the Pleasant Hill Cemetery. McMurtry Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. James Richardson Sam Comer Sr., age 77 of Tompkinsville, died Monday at Skyline Medical Center in Nashville. He was a graduate of WKU and University of Louisville School of Dentistry. He was a self-employed dentist and a farmer. He was a lieutenant in the U.S. Navy, having served in active duty in Vietnam. He was a member of the Tompkinsville Church of Christ, but he attended the Tompkinsville First Baptist Church with his family. He is survived by 2 sons, Congressman James R. Comer, Jr. and wife T.J. of Tompkinsville, and Chad Comer and wife Amy of Gamaliel. 6 grandchildren, John Morgan, Reagan, Harlan, Sybil, Aniston, and Priscilla Comer. Funeral services for Dr. James Richardson Sam Comer Sr. will be at 1 o'clock Friday at the Strode Funeral Home in Tompkinsville. Burial will follow in the Monroe County Memorial Lawn, with military rites performed at the graveside by the DAV Chapter 20 of Glasgow. Visitation begins today at 4 p.m. Memorials are suggested to the Gamaliel Cemetery. Dustin Ray Carrier, age 34 of Bowling Green, died Monday. He is survived by his father, Derwin Carrier, his mother, Samantha Morris Thomas, half-sister, Tammy Smith, 2 aunts, Melissa Carrier and Vivian McDaniel, special great-aunt, Martha McCready. A graveside celebration of life service for Dustin Ray Carrier will be today at 1 o'clock at the Boiling Spring Cemetery, arrangements being handled by the Hardy & Son Funeral Home. Funeral services for Junior Parsley, age 89 of Rhoda, will be at 11 o'clock on Friday morning at the Beaver Dam United Baptist Church. Interment is to be the church cemetery. Visitation is in progress at the church with the Patton Funeral Home in charge. Service for Carly T. Buddy Vibbert, 79 of Tompkinsville, will be today at 2 o'clock at Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home. Burial in the Old Mount Hermon Cemetery. Funeral services for Francis Dean, age 78 of Horse Cave, will be today at 1 o'clock at Wynn Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Wickerville Cemetery. Funeral services for Rihanna Dawn Bryant, age 31 of Lucas, will be today at 1 o'clock at A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Tracy Cemetery. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day, free, online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky.
And 12 degrees. Remember, Caverna Independent Schools are open today, but on a 1-hour delay. In local sports, on tonight's local high school basketball schedule, Glasgow's girls' game at Adair County has been canceled. The Glasgow game away at Adair County for tonight has been canceled. In a girls' game still on tonight, the schedule, Barron County hosts Casey County. And in a girl-boy doubleheader, Caverna welcomes Cumberland County. That's a check of local sports.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Party, event, field trip, or church group, get your Ralphie on.
And Ralphie's Fun Center sponsors the birthdays. That's a good thing because they know all about fun and making birthdays fun. We got a lot of folks to add to the list here this morning as we talk about birthdays. How about double nickels for Miss Carla Crane? That's right, Carla Crane, 55 today. Julie White has a birthday. Larry Shaw. Brenda Puerto. Hayden Williams is 7. Nancy Settle. David Boyd Ross is 78. Julie White turns 1. Carolina Ellis has a birthday. It's also Jason Wooten, who is 8. Dr. Kyle Kaiser. Haley Hagan. Bridget Gross having a birthday today, too. All birthdays so far, 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online, here we are at WCLUradio.com. Why don't I go ahead and tell you about our person of the day? It is, by special request, Jennifer Freeman Day on the radio. If you happen to see Jennifer Freeman anywhere around town today, you be sure to pat her on the back and tell her she's good as gold. From WCLU and a little taste of Texas. 6:33, 12 degrees. Ray Stajic has sort of a poetic way to talk about the way the weather's going to be over the next wee bit.
Satellite picture picking up the cloud deck. That's some of the cold air in. As we head through the next few days, though, cold air out. Yesterday we struggled to get to 20 degrees. We may struggle to get to freezing today. 40s tomorrow. 50s on Saturday. 60s on Sunday. Do I hear 70 degrees? Probably not, but very mild as we get into the first few days of the new month. The average highs this time of year in the upper 40s. Clouds in this morning. We'll get some clearing as we get into the afternoon. Some, probably not mostly sunny. 33. Overnight tonight, some rain showers. Maybe a little wet snow mixing in the mid-20s. Light rain early tomorrow, cloudy and 41 in the afternoon. Saturday, cloud, sunshine, much milder in the upper 50s to near 60. On Sunday, mostly cloudy, mid-60s. Chance of showers Monday, mid-60s. Still in the 60s through Tuesday and Wednesday of next week before it turns colder. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, a Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Looking at the constant coverage in studio radar screen, that band of snow is very well defined. It's a very narrow band that extends from about, around Madisonville down through southern Kentucky, through Bowling Green, through Warren County, through down to the state line, a little bit in northern Tennessee. But what it's yielding are some big, old, juicy, fat snow flakes. Not really even staying on the roadway, but it's kind of a picturesque sight, but don't be distracted by that. Drive with caution this morning. Pressure's way up at 30.41. Humidity at 68%. Northeast winds at 5 miles an hour. It's 12 degrees. It's 6:35. The new Hardee's is now open in Glasgow. Normally, when someone moves into the neighborhood, you welcome them, preferably with biscuits. But we already make biscuits from scratch. Hand-breaded chicken tenders and 100% Angus beef thick burgers. So don't you go welcoming us. We can welcome ourselves and shake our own hands. But that doesn't mean if you visit us, we won't welcome you. And welcoming you with welcome biscuits is all we need to welcome ourselves. Got it? Good. Welcome to the neighborhood. Us. Next to Glasgow High School on Columbia Avenue. Hardee's, because it tastes better. Now open. Nobody can afford downtime, which is why more and more people depend on Haywood Sales and Service to keep their equipment operating properly. They're your Hustler mower dealer. Hustler built the world's first zero-turn mower 50 years ago. Haywood Sales and Service proudly handles Hustler parts and service. Other brands, too, as well as tractors and all types of farm implements. A short trip to Haywood Sales and Service on the Finney Road at Haywood, and you'll discover people who really do know what they're doing. Let them minimize your downtime. 270-814-1068.
You dream of a career in healthcare. Make your dream a reality at WKU in Glasgow. From dental assisting to phlebotomy to clinical medical assisting, we offer affordable, convenient classes that fit your busy schedule. Some can be completed in as little as 9 weeks. Employers are looking for qualified healthcare professionals. The right career training can help you stand above the rest. Classes begin in March, so register today at wku.edu/Glasgow/training. Life at the top is worth the climb.
6:37, WCLU, and 12 degrees, and I'm going to get the archives rolling here. I think it's time to head back. It's interesting things that got us where we are and helps us figure out where we're going. And it's the final edition for the month of January. It's always kind of sad when we take them way back here in January and wrap up the month. But we're going to do the archives, and we'll have lots to talk about here after we hear from our sponsors, Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services and Amedisys Home Health.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto, no problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
Hello, I'm Stephanie Bewley with Amedisys Home Health Care. Here at Amedisys Home Health, we know it is important to you and your family to trust the healthcare professionals that you invite into your home. And we want you to know that you have a choice. If your doctor talks to you and your loved ones about home health, ask for Amedisys. We are a group of compassionate professionals who deliver the best care to our patients in their homes. With Amedisys, expect quality, patient-focused care you need and deserve. Amedisys Home Health with a hometown touch. For more information, call 270-651-7640.
Well, I've got the one and only Sam Terry with me today to join in and talk about history as we know it, as it has occurred, helping us look forward to the direction that we're going. How's that for a way to put it, Sam?
I think that's pretty accurate.
Well, is it cold where you are today?
It is indeed. It's Mother Nature's reminding us that she's in charge of January still, and I think she's got a grip on February as well.
Yeah, whipping us back into shape here. Hey, it's been, at the end of the month, there's a lot of, I guess, balancing to be done. And we've had such a busy month in January. We are to the point, we're going to start off the archives today, spending some extra time in a big event that certainly made this part of the world famous in 1925. This is, of course, the day that the world learned about the fate of Floyd Collins in 1925, Sam. And Sam actually has dug up a few pictures that the folks who are watching on Channel 6 or on Facebook Live will certainly enjoy seeing, not the least of which is this picture of a very handsome, a very dapper-looking Floyd Collins. Let's talk about that a minute, Sam.
Well, of course, Floyd Collins was a local spelunker and explored so many of the caves in this area, and he was searching for a new passage because this was the era of cave tourism exploding and being highly competitive in our area. And unfortunately, he became trapped in Sand Cave outside of Cave City, and as a result, his entrapment became one of the biggest news stories of the 20th century, and modern folks really can't understand just what a huge, sensational news story it was, because we had people from every major newspaper, not just in this country, but many from around the world, coming to the Mammoth Cave area to cover this news story. He was trapped there for several days before they finally concluded that he was indeed deceased.
I'm going to ask Wes to put the picture up of the backup of traffic headed out there to Sand Cave. Talk about a traffic jam. Look at that old-fashioned traffic jam. It's like we're going no matter what. I'd hate if somebody in the middle had to leave real fast. There's nowhere to turn around.
It would be bedlam, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
That's a very unique and very interesting photograph to realize all of these people wanted to be over there, and the news reports and some photographs show that the atmosphere around Sand Cave became almost carnival-like. Food vendors were on the scene. There were hundreds of people over there wanting to help rescue Floyd Collins.
Mm-hmm.
And, between the World Wars, 1918 to the Second World War, there were 3 news stories that were considered the biggest news stories in the world. One was Charles Lindbergh transatlantic flight.
Mm-hmm.
The second was Lindbergh's baby being kidnapped, and the third was Floyd Collins.
Certainly, in that era, for sure, a household name. Feeling bad for his fate, and all these people wanting to come and see and help and be a part of it. It's a fascinating story about our history there, Sam.
And you can be certain that our local officials were over there doing their part. Mm-hmm. Lots of Cave City people highly involved in that whole effort and the process. And of course, the story became quite complicated about what to do, whether to leave Floyd's body in the cave, remove it, and it's a long and twisted tale that we don't have time for on the radio.
One of the many things I wished I'd done, but I didn't. But my grandparents had a Victrola that you wound up, and one of the cylindrical cuttings that they could play on that Victrola was the Floyd Collins story. About 5 or 6 minutes long, yeah.
Yes. And there's also a wonderful oral history that discusses Dr. C.C. Howard's involvement. Mm-hmm. And he was one of the physicians who went down into the cave to check on Floyd Collins. Wow. And so people in the 20th century certainly remember Dr. Howard.
Yeah. You can imagine if it was today, we'd have satellite trucks and helicopters and everything else. But, the next best thing was all these cars just getting to go out there and see for themselves. 1925, a sad story, but a famous story from our archives. Anything else you want to add about that before we move on?
No, I think we've covered Floyd sufficiently for the moment.
Yeah, there's back a few years ago in the archives. Well, I guess we've been in about 2015. We had all those 1925 stories. Every day there was a new news report. It was like it almost became Well, let me say it this way: if you wanted to make sure people bought your paper, you reported on Floyd Collins.
Certainly.
And that's certainly one of the staples of journalism, I think. Print what the people want to read about, and that was it. So let's fast forward from Mr. Floyd Collins, and we have finished, Sam, can you believe this? We've finished everything until we get to 1979. So you can see that cold weather slows every decade down, for the most part.
It does, and I believe we've been very efficient in sharing the archives.
Yes, we have. We have. I've got one from 1979, a good story about a good Glasgow citizen. Kay Bush, this day in 1979 of Glasgow, has been named the assistant women's track coach at Moorhead State University. That was a nice honor for a local gal done good, Miss Kay Bush at Moorhead. Also in 1979, this was the day that Mrs. J.B. Neely celebrated her 88th birthday at the Colonial House restaurant, and she was with the North Jackson Homemaker Club. But ironically, it was held at the South Jackson location of Colonial House Restaurants, 1979. I'll close the books on that one, okay?
Okay.
Not long ago we lost a citizen who made a huge difference in this community for a great number of years. And in 1989, this day, in 1989, Ms. Betty Brogan was named the interim director for the local Chamber of Commerce. She was a get-it-done kind of a gal. And
she certainly was. And, I don't think I ever think about our local Glasgow Barron County Chamber of Commerce and its history that I don't immediately think about Betty Brogan being there, because she kept things running smoothly and had tabs on all the committees and the board, and she would and did it graciously.
No question. We miss her. We'll be thinking about her Monday night at the Chamber banquet too. Also this day in 1989, Mr. Frank Newberry was sworn in as a new member of the Barron County School Board. Good gentleman from the high school section from your neighborhood up there, serving the community well, Sam.
He was, and by that point he had concluded his active career as an educator, and then decided to come back and give a little more.
Indeed. This was the day a well-known gal was crowned the Barron County Homecoming Queen, Miss Sammy Jo Monroe. Sammy Jo Monroe, this day in 1999, became the Barron County High School Homecoming Queen. Also this day in 1999, ROPS, the Rollover Protection System, was beginning to be pushed as a safety measure for farmers in the area. And that was such a well-done promotion to make farmers aware of how important it is to be safe in the event of a rollover, since we live in what we call gently rolling lands around here. And I think it was a very effective campaign. ROPS, Rollover Protection System. Also this day in 1999, Governor Paul Patton was here. He was delivering $10 million to 5 Barron County projects. Now, I don't know which 5 they were, but it's always good to see the governor coming with a checkbook. Got 5 of them serviced there in 1999. And one more thing that has changed the landscape of our community for sure. This was the day in 1999 that the WKU Board of Regents approved the purchase of 30 acres of land adjacent to the Barron County High School, to be the site of the South Regional Post-Secondary Educational Center. That was big doings.
Big doings, and it involves so many people. And, Henry, the two people come to mind who always tended to be back behind the stage curtain a little bit, making things happen, who were instrumental in that campus being located right there, and that's David and Betty Bailey.
Yes.
Because they made that possible, and had it not been for the Baileys and their generosity and their love for this entire area, that couldn't have all happened in the way it did.
Yes, and it just sits so beautifully up there on the hillside, and the folks who think back on this, before that we were up at Liberty Street doing, having classes in elementary classrooms, former elementary classrooms that were, needed a lot of repair and a lot of problems there, and they served well, but this made a difference too. And let's go to 2009, Sam. Let's just talk about the weather. Power outages led to the loss of water to the Cave Land and the Green River customers. Now, you can have water problems in the cold weather, but when you have water problems due to the power being out, that causes multiple problems, and that was in 2009, 10 years ago. And that was reported on January the 29th, and the next day the power is still a problem, it says here, for area residents following the recent winter storm. The boil water advisory is lifted, though, for Cave City, so sounds like things are improving, which is what you want it to do. No way to go but up, thermometer and otherwise.
This is true.
On a deal like that. So, as I'm looking at it, January has been a festive month with so many interesting things to share, and I really appreciate all that you bring to this program and these neat pictures here, this cave land traffic jam. I don't think that looked like the best of roads that led back to Sand Cave either in the picture.
No, not built to modern standards by any means.
That's right. Maybe that helped them see the need to improve the next one. But anyway, it's and we appreciate the work of folks like Gail Berry and Ray Green and all of the folks out the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center who just do a wonderful job of preserving our history and helping us to appreciate it. So I'm thinking that tomorrow will be the first day of February and the first day of another excellent month in the archives. And I hope you have a good day, sir, and
we'll see you then.
I'll be here. Sam Terry with us today on the archives. Thanks to Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services, as well as the good folks at Amedisys Home Health. 12 degrees now, WCLU.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Check out the great deals at Gilead Auto Group in Glasgow.
Stretch your hard-earned tax refund further during Gilead's Tax Time Sale-a-thon. Save big on over 450 pre-owned vehicles, starting at $2,500 up to like-new 2018 models. Plus, we have over 100 vehicles priced below $9,900. We work with over 20 lenders to get you the vehicle you need and deserve no matter your credit situation.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, total local care 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local healthcare provider. Total local care 24/7.
It's 6:55 here, WCLU, and 12 degrees this morning. Remember, a 1-hour delay for Caverna schools today, just to kind of give everybody time to get up and run in there. That's Caverna Independent Schools, a 1-hour delay. This Saturday, the Austin Tracy Volunteer Fire Department's Ladies Auxiliary and Fire Department folks will sponsor the all-you-can-eat chili supper, 5 o'clock in the evening. Some good old Austin Tracy Lions Club chili. That includes chili, hot dogs, dessert, and a drink. They'll also be selling chances on a country ham, and they'll have a cakewalk. 590-4978. That is the number to get information on that. Now, also, we have coming up a computer class on the mouse and the keyboard. Yes? You think you feel behind if you can't operate a mouse or a keyboard? Well, you shouldn't feel behind because, you have to time it out a little bit. So the deal is, come down there tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock at the Mary Woodweldon Library. You can learn about a mouse and a keyboard.
That's right. I got one more thing that we probably don't have typed up there.
All right.
But we had some fabulous talent in yesterday.
Okay.
From Glasgow Middle School.
Mm-hmm.
And the Glasgow Middle School Drama Club is presenting the musical Hairspray. And that is going to be Friday and Saturday night at 7 p.m. Tickets are $5. And they'll also have a matinee showing at 2:30 p.m. on Sunday. And so for $5, you're going to be wowed.
Not many $5 tickets left.
And it's really good to support those kids, too. They work so hard on these productions.
Yeah. And they learn a lot about, learning and memorizing and camaraderie and the power of being in a group that likes to get things done. So let's get out and support that. We'll come back and throw a little more weather information at you and play trivia next.
It's a new year, and here at Goodman Automotive, we want to help you get your new year off to a great start with a new car, truck, or SUV.
What? You want a new vehicle but don't think you can get one?
Maybe we can help.
You think you owe too much on your current vehicle to trade?
No problem. We help people get out of negative equity.
You don't have enough down payment?
No problem. We help people every day, lots of times with little or no money down.
Your credit isn't where it should be?
No problem. We have over 20 lenders, and we work hard to get our customers approved.
So come on in. Check out our great selection of new and quality used vehicles. That's Goodman Automotive, home of the Goodman Advantage, which includes the powertrain warranty for life.
Things were never better at Goodman. Check us out at GoodmanAutomotive.com or stop in. We're on the corner of Happy Valley and Reynolds Road in Glasgow.
Great deals, no games. Come home to Goodman.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
Clouds in this morning. We'll get some clearing as we get into the afternoon. 33. Overnight tonight, some rain showers. Maybe a little wet snow mixing in the mid-20s. Light rain early tomorrow, cloudy and 41 in the afternoon. Saturday, cloud, sunshine, much milder in the upper 50s to near 60. On Sunday, mostly cloudy, mid-60s. Chance of showers Monday, mid-60s. Still in the 60s through Tuesday and Wednesday of next week before it turns colder. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, a Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Still showing that band of snow on the constant coverage studio radar screen. Very light, but very well organized through parts of our area, just to the north of Bowling Green, headed east and south into northern Tennessee. Shouldn't be causing anybody any trouble this morning, so we'll just be careful with that and use extra caution. Give yourself a couple of extra minutes, get there safe, and stay warm. It's 12 degrees now at WCLU. This weather update brought to you by South Central Bank.
Hi, I'm Janelle Pettigo. I have been with South Central Bank for 13 years. From day one, I realized our customers are the best. We are very fortunate to have each and every one of them. They have made us what we are today. Here at South Central Bank, we make commercial loans, agricultural loans, mortgage home loans, personal loans, and automobile loans. Our goal is to treat our customers great as they deserve the best. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The colder air has arrived. Are you ready at home to deal with the colder air? Glasgow Building Supply is ready to help you with a quality Eden Pure heater. Keep your home warm with the efficiency of the Eden Pure. It comes in the low-profile version or the tower version with the new and improved copper XH hybrid heat technology. Available in walnut and in maple, and available in the low-profile and the tower size. Come to Glasgow Building Supply. You will see how inexpensive heating your home can be. That's Glasgow Building Supply on 31 Bypass in Glasgow. Let me tell you about Randy Payne. Randy Payne is, let's see, he's 66 today. Yes, indeed. Happy 66th birthday to Randy Payne. 7 o'clock trivia is right at it.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
If you're a sinner, like I am, I would like for you to take this with me and pause and reflect upon the amazing sacrifice that our Savior Jesus made on our behalf. The prophet Isaiah in chapter 53, beginning at verse 4, says this, "Surely he has borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet we esteemed him stricken, smitten by God and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement for our peace was upon him, and by his stripes we are healed. All we like sheep have gone astray, we've turned every one to his own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all." How thankful we're to be to our Savior and King Jesus. This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Persley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
6517075.
Hey, we got a 9-year-old to add to the list today. Hunter Moore. Hunter Moore is turning 9 today. We're going to come right back and play trivia after we hear a word from the folks who sponsored trivia. We're talking about Little Caesars.
We want pretzel crust. We want
Pretzel Crust fans, rejoice because it's back. By popular demand, Little Caesars Large Soft Pretzel Crust Pizza featuring a creamy cheddar cheese sauce, pepperoni, and a 4-cheese blend surrounded by a delicious salted soft pretzel crust for just $6. Hot and ready every day between 4 and 8 and only $6 from the home of Pretzel Crust Pizza, Little Caesars.
Pizza. At participating locations plus tax.
All right, I just hung up the phone and learned one more birthday here. I want to write this down and present it to you before I ask the question. David Luderman. David Luderman is having a birthday today. All right, it's 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Would you like to win either a pepperoni or a sausage pizza from Little Caesars? Well, here's what you got to do. You got to call up here and tell me what commercial is being advertised in this famous commercial. What is the product? What is the product that's advertised in this famous commercial?
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball.
651-9149, 800-956-1023. What are they advertising in this commercial?
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball.
All right. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Do you know what product was being advertised there? Trivia.
Is it Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs?
No, it's not Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs. I'll give it to you again. What product is being advertised right here in this particular commercial?
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball.
Trivia.
It's spaghetti.
No, that's not right. This is 1969. This was a very famous commercial.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball.
Trivia.
Pizza.
It's what now?
Pizza.
No, not pizza. Trivia.
Ravioli.
Who? No, not ravioli. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say who. That's not a who, that's a what. Trivia.
Alka-Seltzer.
Say it again.
Alka-Seltzer.
That is correct. And who is this speaking?
This is Ray Green.
Ray, how you doing?
I'm cold.
I know you go back to 1969.
Yes. 1969, I was married and had a kid.
Well, you know what? And so, you probably remember, we're going to, let's see here. Wes was going to switch this. I'm going to play the commercial on the radio and on the TV for the answer. But here we go. Wes, you hit the switch, and Ray, here goes the commercial. Ready?
I'm ready.
That's some species cut spicy meatballs, Jack. Sorry. Take 28. Out, Tony, and action. Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. Cut. What was the matter with that? The accent. Cut. Cut. Micey, micey, ballsy, ballsy. Take 59. And action.
Sometimes you eat more than you should. And when it's spicy besides, Mamma Mia, do you need Alka-Seltzer? Alka-Seltzer can help unstuff you, relieve the acid indigestion, and help make you your old self again.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. Cut. Okay, let's break for lunch.
Here's what we have here. Ray, I'm going to play. This was we had the video on the TV, but we didn't have the sound on the radio. So I'm going to turn around here. I'm going to play you the sound real fast. Okay? Are you ready? Now we got it here. Here we go, Ray. Right now.
Mamma mia, that's some species cut spicy meatballs, Jack. Sorry. Take 28. Out, Tony, and action. Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. Cut. What was the matter with that? The accent. Cut.
Sound familiar, Ray?
Cut. It does.
Macy, my
the Lord, yeah, that was bounced around.
Take 59.
I didn't remember what his name was.
And action.
His name was Jack.
Sometimes you eat more than you should. And when it's spicy besides, Mamma Mia, do you need Alka-Seltzer? Alka-Seltzer can help unstuff you, relieve the acid indigestion, and help make you your old self again.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. Cut. Okay. Let's break for lunch.
I always like that. Breaking for lunch if Jack can't say the words. And I've got his last name somewhere over here, but I don't know where it is, Ray. It's one of those...
Also, the earlier commercial, or one of the commercials, was plop, plop, fizz, fizz, what a relief it is.
Yeah, was that Speedy who sang that?
I can't remember the name, but I can see him.
Well, you've won pizza, okay? And I don't think you'll need any Alka-Seltzer with Little Caesars pizza, but we've got a card for you, okay?
I'll be back. Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you, Ray. See you later. Ray Green, that's right. Mamma Mia, that's a spicy meatball. Had nothing to do with any type of pasta or any Italian food necessarily. It had to do with Alka-Seltzer. And we'll play tomorrow. Won't you join us?
CBS News Update.
Some people like the cold, but not me. I'm getting sick of it.
Midwesterners suffering through the depths of another day of a deep freeze. WCBS radio meteorologist Craig Allen.
It is brutally cold out there with wind chill readings of around minus 20 to minus 40 across sections of the Great Lakes in the upper Midwest and upper Mississippi Valley.
Easterners beginning to feel the pain, too.
We have minus 15 to minus 25 as you work your way east over towards the I-95 cities from about Baltimore on up through Philadelphia to New York City, Albany, Hartford, Boston.
Public schools are still closed. Mail delivery still on hold in parts of the Midwest. So is Amtrak service into and out of Chicago. Mayor Rahm Emanuel.
This is a historic cold, obviously. But Chicagoans are historically strong and united,
in the face of adversity.
Energy companies in Minnesota and Michigan asking customers to dial back their use of natural gas. At least 9 deaths now blamed on the weather. CBS News Update.
The Royce Radio Family. WCLU 1490 Glasgow. WCLU FM 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow. And W276DO 103.1 Glasgow.
Danny Duval wanted to get his teeth fixed, and he had a good sense about how to get it done.
I called 2 or 3 different doctors, and of course, I remember Dr. Thurman done that kind of work. And I noticed years ago when he worked for Dr. Hayes in Edmonton, I decided to go with him. It was an excellent decision, yes, real good decision, yes.
So Danny had a meet and greet with Dr. Thurman, and they came up with a plan.
He checked it all out and said it needed to be done, and we set up a date. And we done it. Wouldn't rush me or nothing, no pressure at all.
That's like so many of Dr. Thurman's patients who say there is no pressure about what to do or when, and there is no pain.
Really wasn't no pain at all. I had done like on a Friday and Monday I was back at work.
What was Danny Duval's biggest surprise? I think he liked smiling again.
Oh yeah, yeah, big time. And everybody said they really looked good.
Don't be intimidated or afraid to get a better bite. Call Dr. Jim Thurman at Glasgow Dental Care today at 270-651-5939.
Money may not grow on trees, but it does grow at Citizens First. Hi, I'm Dana Chapman, branch manager at our Glasgow Southgate branch. We have a checking account at Citizens First that earns you real interest on your money, more than most CDs. Our Platinum Plus checking account. Our staff makes moving your account to Citizens First simple and seamless by helping you through the process. We're committed to a brighter future for both you and our community. Citizens First, the best choice for the best checking accounts. Stop by today to open your Platinum Plus account.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local, family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the
You can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. The Glasgow Independent School Board held a special called meeting Tuesday evening. After several conversations, the board voted to select Sherman Carter Barnhart, a Lexington-based architecture firm, as a company to design the Glasgow's school district's proposed upgrades to Hank Royce Stadium. While most board members were in agreement, the Sherman Carter Barnhart seemed to be the correct choice for the project. Board member Dr. Barrett Lesenberry disagreed.
On the last $22 million project.
Play that quote again.
I'm concerned about the aftercare, and we did not get it on the last $22 million project.
Lesenberry felt this decision would leave a lasting impression on the Glasgow Independent School System. He believes that if the school system continues to choose only Sherman Carter Barnhart to complete projects, the district may have no other choice but to contract the firm for all future projects.
I would think if you go with the same firm, you're going to further cement the idea in the heads of other architectural firms. Don't waste your time with Glasgow School. They're bigger fish somewhere else. We don't even need to do anything because they're obviously hooked up with one firm.
Superintendent Keith Hale said Glasgow Independent Schools Administration shared their opinions regarding which firm would be best. While the majority was in favor of Sherman Carter Barnhart, Hale reassured the board that the administration would be in support regardless of their decision.
Just be assured that whoever you pick, that we will be actively involved in that process.
According to Director of Pupil Personnel Chad Molenkamp, the firm selection will be revealed to the company to begin the construction process.
The board had a very tough decision, lots of good discussion
discussion, pros and cons for all parties involved, and the board was able to make the decision that they did to move forward with Sherman Carter Barnhart.
Students pursuing civil engineering and engineering technology degrees can apply for scholarships being offered by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. The Cabinet says it will award up to 30 new scholarships. The deadline is tomorrow. Information and applications are available online. In addition to tuition assistance, scholarship recipients will have a chance to work during the summers and are guaranteed employment after graduation. Students agree to work 1 year for the Cabinet for each year of scholarship assistance. Scholarships in the bachelor's program range from $6,200 to $6,600 per semester. For an associate's program in civil engineering technology, the scholarship is $3,000 per semester. Recipients will be notified in April. Local election officials have scheduled a recount for a Kentucky House race decided by one vote. The Davis County Board of Elections will recount results from the House District 13 on Saturday. Local election officials say they plan to finish the recount in 1 day. Democrat Jim Glenn defeated Republican D.J. Johnson by one vote in November. Kentucky does not have an automatic recount law, but it does allow candidates to contest election results to the state legislature. Last week, a panel of state house lawmakers voted 6-3 to order the recount. All three Democrats on the panel voted no. Davis County election officials estimate the recount will cost $10,200. Johnson has agreed to pay for the recount regardless of the results. More local news when we continue here on WCLU at 716, 12 degrees.
Of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Check out the great deals at Gilead Auto Group in Glasgow. Stretch your hard-earned tax refund further during Gilead's Tax Time Sale-a-thon. Save big on over 450 pre-owned vehicles, starting at $2,500 up to like new 2018 models. Plus, we have over 100 vehicles priced below $9,900. We work with over 20 lenders to get you the vehicle you need and deserve no matter your credit situation. If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
In Glasgow.
After a court ordered Kentucky taxpayers to pay more than $222,000 in legal fees for the gay and straight couples who sued, outside lawyers for Governor Matt Bevins say former Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis broke the law and taxpayers, quote, should not have to collectively bear the financial responsibility for Davis's intransigence. Only Davis refused to comply with the law, as was her obligation and as required by the oath of office she took, close quote, from Bevin's attorney, Palmer G. Vance II, in a brief filed with the court. Bevin has been a staunch supporter of Davis, who spent 5 days in jail for refusing a court order to issue marriage licenses following the historic U.S. Supreme Court ruling that effectively legalized same-sex marriage. Davis even switched parties, registering as a Republican because she said the Democrat Party abandoned her. But now Davis and Bevin will oppose each other in federal court today as lawyers argue who should have to pay for the lawsuit that stemmed from Davis's actions. Davis, who lost her re-election bid back in November, have asked the court not to award legal fees, but if they do, they disagree on who should pay. Davis's attorneys argue she acted on behalf of the state. But in an interview with the Associated Press, Davis's attorney, Matt Staver, said he does not attribute those arguments to Bevin, but to the attorneys who represent him. Those attorneys, Palmer G. Vance II and William M. Lear, Jr., are the same ones who represented former Governor Steve Beshear on the case before Bevin took office. A Louisville, Kentucky woman who was previously convicted of domestic violence has pled guilty to a superseding indictment charging her with unlawful possession of 37 firearms. Ashlyn Markin, 28, of Louisville, was indicted on a federal grand jury by November the 20th, 2018. According to the plea agreement, on August 29th of last year, agents from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives were investigating the theft of firearms from a building associated with a firearms dealer. During the investigation, agents approached a vehicle in the parking lot of a motel in Muldraugh, Kentucky. Markham was seated in the passenger seat of the vehicle, and agents saw a Colt Black Stallion .380 caliber semi-automatic pistol and a loaded magazine in plain view on the floorboard of the vehicle near the defendant's feet. After being advised of her Miranda rights, the defendant stated she obtained the pistol found in the vehicle from a guy named Joe, and that she chose that pistol to carry because it was small. The defendant consented to a search of a motel room she was staying in at the motel. When the agents searched the room, they recovered more firearms that the defendant said were stolen from the storage building associated with the firearms dealer. According to the superseding indictment, Markham has 3 previous misdemeanor domestic violence convictions in Jefferson County. Markham faces a maximum sentence of 10 years imprisonment and a maximum fine of $250,000 and a 3-year term of supervised release. Next, we have the Scotty Report.
It's been another great week to be a Scotty. Congratulations to the GHS academic team for capturing the District 14 overall title for the 8th consecutive year. The team finished first in future problem solving, first in quick recall, and individuals finished first in 5 out of 6 individual assessments. Congratulations to the following students for advancing to the 2019 region competition at GHS on February 16th. In math, Cade Bishop 2nd, Scout Oliver 3rd, Travis Peden 4th. Social Studies, Parker Bannister 1st, Stratton Kaiser 3rd, Cade Bishop 4th. Science, Mason Reed 1st, Matthew Polson 2nd, Stratton Kaiser 4th. Language Arts, Daniel Dill 1st, Tabby Klein 2nd. Arts and Humanities, Daniel Dill 1st, Matthew Polson 2nd, Mason Reed 4th. Composition, Palmer Lessenberry 1st, Scout Oliver 2nd. FBS team 1st place, Scout Oliver, Matthew Polson, Tabby Klein, Eli Travis. Quick recall team 1st place, Mason Reed, Parker Bannister, Daniel Dill, Cade Bishop, Stratton Kaiser, Tabby Klein, Griffin Reed, and Caleb West. Any student taking a dual credit course this year, whether WKU or SkyTech, the dual credit scholarship is now available. Log into your KHEAA account to access this application. Congratulations to the Scotty and Lady Scotties for their district wins over Monroe County on Tuesday. The Scotties will visit Clinton County this weekend, while both teams will visit Allen County on Monday for another district game. Good luck to all of our Scotty athletes. This has been McKay Bowles for this week's Scotty Report. Shine on, Scotties, and stay true to the blue.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. A Kentucky jury is awarding Senator Rand Paul thousands of dollars in a dispute with his neighbor. The jury awarded the Republican $375,000 in punitive damages, $200,000 for pain and suffering, plus nearly $8,000 in medical expenses. Paul was attacked by Rene Boucher in November 2017. Boucher's attorney, Matt Baker, when asked if he will appeal.
For sure. There are a couple of errors that are in the record that would be the subject of what I believe would be a strong appeal.
Paul suffered 6 broken ribs and 3 fractures in the attack outside of his Bowling Green home. Governor Matt Bevin is responding to the criticism he's receiving after saying America is becoming soft due to statewide school closings because of cold weather. The comments gained nationwide attention. Here's the Today Show, Al Roker.
And by the way, I just have to say, this nitwit governor in Kentucky saying that, oh, we're weak. These are kids who are going to be in sub-zero wind chills. No. Cancel school. Stop it. Adults, if they want to be out there, that's great. These are our children. I'm glad you're not a teacher.
Soon after Roker's comments Wednesday, Bevin tweeted a 2009 video of Barack Obama joking about how icy conditions in Washington forced his children's school to close. Bevin said there was no outrage following the former president's comments. A recount for a Kentucky House race decided by 1 vote is set for Saturday. Davis County Democrat Jim Glenn defeated Republican DJ Johnson by 1 vote in November. Last week, a panel of State House lawmakers voted 6-3 to order the recount. And Kentucky postal workers are remaining on the job, braving the cold. Services continued as usual in the state where temperatures dipped below freezing. 11 states did not deliver mail yesterday because of the frigid temperatures. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
At AT&T, we believe that access to affordable home internet brings you incredible opportunities. You can enjoy the power to explore a digital world of possibilities and connect with family, friends, and the things that matter most. That's why there's access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month. No commitment, no deposit, no installation fee. Plus, get an in-home Wi-Fi gateway at no extra cost. Call 1-855-220-5211 or visit att.com/aware to learn more.
SNAP refers to the Federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Pricing excludes tax. Service will include a monthly data allowance depending on the type and speed of service you receive. If you exceed your monthly data plan allowance, you will be automatically charged $10 for each 50 gigabytes of data usage in excess of your data plan, even if less than 50 gigabytes is used. For details about data allowances, go to att.com/internet-usage. Wi-Fi enabled device required. Other restrictions apply.
I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
In local sports, on tonight's local high school basketball schedule, Glasgow's girls' game at Adair County has been canceled. The Glasgow game away at Adair County for tonight has been canceled. In a girls' game still on tonight, the schedule, Barron County hosts Casey County. And in a girl-boy doubleheader, Caverna welcomes Cumberland County. That's a check of local sports.
Are you rolling into the holidays with the same worries and concerns about your loved ones that you had at the beginning of 2018? No need to end the year that way. This is Elizabeth Downing, and I ask you to consider letting Time Savers assist with whatever kind of care you need. Preventive care to help make sure you don't land in the hospital. Recuperative care to help you bounce back from illness, injury, or joint replacement. Full hands-on care. Respite care, dementia care. At Time Savers, we're good at all of these. Don't know what you need? Let us help you figure out the puzzle. Call us at 270-792-5703 or go to mytimesaversky.com and let us make the end of 2018 the best it can be for you and your family. That's 270-792-5703 or mytimesaversky.com. We're here to listen, to understand, and to help.
This WCLU Weather Channel update brought to you by Apollo PC Glasgow.
Ugh, why is this thing so slow?
Is your slow computer frustrating, but you don't want to pay the money for a new one? Well, check this out.
Hi, I'm Chris from Apollo PC. Nothing runs better than a new computer. Our refurbished models are practically good as new. Right now, get a complete computer system with monitor, keyboard, mouse, and speakers running Windows 7 for only $300. Or if you prefer a laptop, we have fully refurbished models for only $250. And we wouldn't put the Apollo name on it if they weren't top-notch.
Search faster with Apollo PC. Chain Drive in Glasgow next to Sweetheart Bakery.
Satellite picture picking up the cloud deck. That's some of the cold air in. As we head through the next few days, though, cold air out. Yesterday we struggled to get to 20 degrees. We may struggle to get to freezing today. 40s tomorrow. 50s on Saturday. 60s on Sunday. Do I hear 70 degrees? Probably not, but very mild as we get into the first few days of the new month. The average highs this time of year in the upper 40s. Clouds in this morning. We'll get some clearing as we get into the afternoon. Some, probably not mostly sunny. 33. Overnight tonight, some rain showers. Maybe a little wet snow mixing in the mid-20s. Light rain early tomorrow, cloudy and 41 in the afternoon. Saturday, cloud sunshine, much milder in the upper 50s to near 60. On Sunday, mostly cloudy, mid-60s. Chance of showers Monday, mid-60s. Still in the 60s through Tuesday and Wednesday of next week before it turns colder. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick, a Weather Channel, WCLU, your home for local.
Still 12 degrees, Ray. We're trying to get that crowbar under there and prise this temperature up, but as he said, we might hit 30 today. That's a positive move on the thermometer at least. Let's see, in the current condition department, we have 30.41 is the pressure. Winds are out of the northeast at about 5 miles an hour. Humidity is at 68%. 12 degrees. Weather brought to you by Apollo PC Glasgow.
Are you looking for a new career or maybe just part-time work? Ahead Staffing in Glasgow and Bowling Green can help make that happen. They're now taking applications for immediate job openings in the manufacturing and food production industry with competitive pay and benefits. The job market is in high demand for new employees. So whether you're looking for a full-time or part-time job, go see Ahead Staffing in Glasgow or Bowling Green and get started on a path to your own fulfilling career. You must be able to pass a drug test and you will be subject to a background check. Call 270-904-3777 in Bowling Green or in Glasgow, call 270-361-5119 to learn more. Or you can always go to aheadstaffingbg.com. With so many opportunities available, see why Ahead Staffing is the place so many in Southern Kentucky have chosen to help find the right job for them. And don't forget to visit aheadstaffingbg.com.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lining up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Boy, they make it fun, and it's nice and comfy in there at Ralphie's. Come on out and enjoy the fun at Ralphie's Fun Center. Let's see, I have to add a set of twins here. How about Miss Erin and Miss Mary Crimmins? Erin and Mary Crimmins, happy birthday. It is the 67th birthday today for Pat Chase. Happy birthday, Pat. David Luderman with a birthday. Hunter Moore is 9. Randy Payne is 66. Brenda Puerto, Larry Shaw, Julie White, Carla Crane. Carla is 55 today. Hayden Williams is 7. Nancy Settle with a birthday. David Boyd Ross is 78. Julie White is 1. Carolina Ellis. Jason Wooten is 8. Dr. Kyle Kaiser with a birthday. Miss Haley Hagan. Bridget Gross with a birthday today, too. And we've got to pat on the back today, Jennifer Freeman. A very nice lady indeed. If you happen to see Jennifer Freeman around anywhere today, you be sure to pat her on the back and let her know she's good as gold from WCLU and a little taste of Texas, okay? Thanks to Ralphie's Fun Center for sponsoring the birthdays.
Good morning, friends. Perhaps you've heard it said, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. As much as we might like to believe that words cannot do any lasting damage, it's simply not true. James says that the tongue is like a fire which destroys things, and that such an uncontrolled tongue is born out of the fires of hell itself, from James chapter 3, verses 5 through 7. A Christian must guard his or her words, for they cause either damage or healing to those who hear them. We must never shrink from speaking the truth of God, but it must not be done in a combative, cruel, or unloving manner. All of us who claim Jesus as Lord and Savior should seek to represent Him in word and deed as those who are filled with His likeness. So stop the slander, stop the hate, stop the division, stop allowing the tongue to be set on fire by the heat of hell. When all men stop the foolish insults and slanderous evil and seek to act like Jesus would have acted, then we, as well as society, will be better for it. All men are created in the image of God, and as such deserve the basic respect of human decency. Christians must stop thinking of self as superior because of our blessings. These blessings only mean greater responsibility to others. Stop belittling others because they do not see things or act in ways that one might deem appropriate. Show forth the image of Christ and lay down the stones, the sticks, and sins of the tongue. This is Danny Wyatt for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
New Hardee's, because it tastes better. Now open. It's a great location and a great addition to the neighborhood there at the all-new Hardee's. Right there, just down from Glasgow High School and just off of the exit of the Veterans Outer Loop. All right, 7:34. We're going to do Tidbit News here just in a minute. But I want to remind you about a couple more things that are coming up. We've got Life Skills, therapeutic foster care, working with children who have had a variety of needs, and they offer training, support, and financial assistance to therapeutic foster parents. If you want to learn more, there is a meeting, an informational meeting is described here, at 6 o'clock on Thursday night, February the 7th, starting at 6 p.m. It'll be at Life Skills, Inc. You can contact Amanda Needwick at 270-901. 5753, and you can learn more about that. And also, don't forget, coming up on, let's see, this is going to be Monday morning out at the library. It's Sing a Book, My Baby at the Maryville Library, focusing on ways to play with your baby. You're promoting of sensory exploration and developing thinking skills and socialization. That's Monday at 9:30.
Advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm Sheila Perkins, your Glasgow Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your Contact me today at 270-629-3630. Edward Jones, member S.
To lay off of the crime, as extremely cold temperatures are expected to permeate the area. Quote, all crime and illegal activities in Noblesville and the surrounding areas will be prohibited until further notice. Signed, the Noblesville Police Department.
That'll get them.
That's what they jokingly wrote on Facebook. Quote, if you fail to comply with this notice, there is a possibility of a fine or even jail time. And this particular post goes on to say they said that once the hazardous weather conditions improve, they will, quote, be sending out a formal notice via certified mail when illegal activities can resume, unquote.
Not a smart move on the department.
They're trying to have some fun with it. However,
I know, but they're basically saying, hey, we're going to be on the clock, but we're not going to do anything.
Yeah, that's right. You know, hey, we'll send out the mail.
Still get paid, though. You know?
That's right. But no, there's probably not going to be a lot of compliance with that request either.
Yeah.
It might be too cold for crime. I don't know. You know, there's.
I tell you what.
Years ago, the trivia.
It's not a good time to get out and do a whole lot.
No. You know, the trivia question that I had several years ago about Super Bowl Sunday being the day of the least amount of crime in the entire year. When we surmised back then that it was, criminals or football fans. How else could you surmise anything from that?
I mean, as long as you've got bottled cheese and popcorn, I don't know how you could have any complaints.
What more crime would you want to commit? Speaking of committing crimes, story number 2, police in Massachusetts are looking for a woman that they say intended to rob a bank, but she got cold feet and left without a penny. Falls River Police tells the Herald News, this is Dateline, Massachusetts, that the woman walked into the Fall River Municipal Credit Union on Monday afternoon and approached the teller. Police say the woman hesitated and then told the teller, "Give me a minute." And she went to the counter and wrote on a piece of paper. But then she ripped up the note and dropped the pieces in the trash and walked out. Bank employees then went and pieced the note together, and it said, quote, "Give me the money," unquote. Now, there's a picture of the woman on the surveillance camera. If you recognize them, they'd kind of want to talk to her. So contact the Falls River Police if you see that picture. See that woman, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
She truly got cold feet. She went in to rob the bank and chickened out, so to speak.
Can we add that to dumb criminals?
Well, we could if you wanted to.
Or maybe she just came to her senses.
Either that, or just feel
just a half a second too late.
She's probably wrestling with needing money and wrestling with how to come up with it, and in the end, didn't like that one.
The grind is for real.
Yeah,
the struggle is real.
And finally, this story is I don't really know how to. I guess if you heard of frivolous lawsuits,
most of them are.
This is the.
Don't elect me as judge.
That's right. This is the frivolous lawsuit that we have right here. Hey, and Bobby Lee Hurt. Bobby, you there?
Lucas.
Oh, Lucas is there. Okay. Well, Lucas, will you stay with us for a tidbit news story?
I can.
Okay.
Yes,
He's 1182. Bobby's 1181.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. Lucas is on the clock today. Wait a second there, Lucas, and then we'll talk about some things, okay?
Okay.
Okay, this final tidbit news story is about, it's a frivolous lawsuit, and think about this. It's Dateline, New Delhi. A Mumbai resident whose name is Raphael Samuel is 27. He plans to take his parents to court for giving birth to him without his consent. Did you hear that?
Idiot. What an idiot.
He's
the definition of modern idiocy.
Oh, my.
He says he's going to take his parents to court for giving birth to him without his consent. Quote, "I want to tell all Indian kids that they don't owe their parents anything," he told the print newspaper. Quote, "I love my parents and we have a great relationship, but they had me for their joy and their pleasure. My life has been amazing, but I don't see why I should put another life through the rigmarole of school and finding a career, especially when they didn't ask to exist."
I want to be the lawyer that represents the parents.
Says there.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you can.
Because here's the in the cleanest way I can say it.
I don't even know what to say about that.
Lucas can't hear me.
Yeah, you can. You can hear Wes, can't you?
No, he can't hear me.
I cannot. No.
Okay. Well, let's see here. See if I can fix.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. New Delhi, is that in India?
Yeah, it is.
That's what I thought. So in that culture, many times, young people in their 20s are not allowed to choose who they marry, and instead it's already decided for them. Betrothed, just to use a big word from The Lion King.
All right.
Been watching that lately. Yeah. Me and Hank have. So I would argue in defense of the parents that they didn't really have a choice. It wasn't their fault, and it just goes back generation after generation. Then you have to throw the case out, which will be done. I would assume, but it does make for a good tidbit headline.
There's a title for it too. The term is called anti-natalism. Anti-natalism.
Oh Lord, how far we've fallen.
Dramatic as it sounds, anti-natalists like Samuel don't have a negative disposition toward children or life, but simply they believe life, which has not given its consent to live, should not be brought into the world. In other words, if the child has not agreed to be born and thus to be subject to life's difficulties, one does not have the right to give birth to it.
So, if you award the plaintiff, how do you award someone that doesn't exist?
Well, I guess just put it in a, I don't know what. I'm not going to worry about it.
I want to open a Subway in New Delhi.
Yeah.
Just have y'all seen the New Delhi?
That's right. Probably is one.
Eat fresh.
All right.
All right.
That's tidbit news, Lucas. We got to get you in here too. Are you on the clock today up at Hurt Auto Sales?
I will be. Yes, sir.
That's right. Well, I know that your daddy is glad that he birthed you because you're giving him a day off today, aren't you?
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
If nothing else, you're worth it, Lucas. So how's things up at Hurt Auto Sales today on the hill?
Hey, things are doing good. Doing good. It's a little cool, but we are open, and ready for people to come down and test drive the vehicles.
Yeah, and that's one of the cool things about Hurt Auto Sales, and that is that somebody picks out a car they want to drive. It doesn't matter if you got a. Well, I don't think you have to, but if you had to, thaw out the door to get them in on a day like today, y'all will do it. Y'all are very accommodating up there at Hurt Auto Sales for sure.
Sir, we try to be. We've got a wide variety of vehicles up here.
Why don't you share that variety, Lucas?
Okay, we've got a 2012 Land Rover LR2. It's all-wheel drive, little SUV. It's red in color. And we've got it priced for $12,900.
All right, that's a great price there, Lucas.
Yes, sir. And we've also got a 2002 Mercedes. It's a C230, little red two-door vehicle. It is a manual.
Yeah.
We've got it priced for $3,900.
And I bet you, though, people will look at it and call it, if nothing else, cute, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah, it is a very good-looking vehicle.
Yeah.
Very nice.
For sure.
We've also got a 2004 Chevy pickup truck, $1,500, white in color. We've got it priced today for $4,900.
That's trucks maintain their value, but that's a great value on that truck, $4,900.
It'd make a perfect work truck for someone.
For sure.
And last but not least, we've got a 1994 Ford Ranger. We've got it priced for $2,500.
Man, that's a 94 Ford Ranger. Probably made in Louisville, wasn't it?
It's wine. Its color is wine.
Oh, wine. I'm sorry. Wine
color, yes.
There's a difference when you get that specific.
Yeah.
I'm coming through in the wine-colored truck.
Yes, sir.
You got to think about that one.
Take a look at them. We've got a lot full.
Yeah. Well, it's just amazing to me how that you guys keep the lot fresh. If you went looking last week, then you hadn't seen it all based on this week, because it's all coming in left and right, and that's because so many people come to Hurt Auto Sales to pick out their next vehicle, and they're always pleasantly surprised with the selection and the price at Hurt Auto Sales. 621 West Main Street in Glasgow. And I know that Bobby Lee would like for you to come up there, and Lucas, you can handle. There's not anything you're prohibited from doing up there, is there?
No,
Okay.
no rule list up there. I can do about anything.
Okay, well, you can take care of it because your daddy trusts you. He told me he did, and so he's gonna be tickled if you can move about 6 today. You think?
6 or 1 would be good.
Okay, all right.
Anything.
Let's start at 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Hurt Auto Sales at 621 West Main Street in Glasgow, right there on the beautiful hillside there, going up Standpipe Hill. And Lucas, let's remind everybody of the motto that you will maintain regardless of the weather, regardless of the situation, and that is
no pain when you trade with Hurt.
Thank you, Lucas. Have a good day, sir.
All right, you too, Henry. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone knows you have to winterize your boat, but too often we forget our cars. Glasgow Tire and Auto Center wants to make winterizing your cars top of mind. Stop into Glasgow Tire and Auto Center and let their professionals suggest what's best for your specific vehicle. Also, check out the showroom. When you need tires, Glasgow Tire and Auto Center has brands like Michelin, BF Goodrich, Uniroyal, and more, with some great rebates and incentives to get you back on the road. Visit GlasgowTire.com for more details. That's Glasgow Tire and Auto Center, 602 Happy Valley Road, 270-651-7075.
Hello, I'm Kathy Murray. Did you know that some healthcare professionals still make house calls? Amedisys Home Health is a group of compassionate professionals who deliver the best care to our patients in their homes. Whether you're recovering from a surgery or recuperating from an illness, our home health nurses, aides, and therapists can provide medication and treatment to you in your home. Ask your doctors if you qualify for home health care, or call Amedisys Home Health Care at 270-651-7640.
You dream of a career in healthcare. Make your dream a reality at WKU in Glasgow. From dental assisting to phlebotomy to clinical medical assisting, we offer affordable, convenient classes that fit your busy schedule. Some can be completed in as little as 9 weeks. Employers are looking for qualified healthcare professionals. The right career training can help you stand above the rest. Classes begin in March, so register today at wku.edu/Glasgow/training. Life at the top is worth the climb.
12 degrees at WCLU this morning. We'll check in with Ray again and make sure you're clear on where we're going with the weather. But I think, Wes, did I hear you mention something to me about maybe you want to do a little music trivia, music history today?
Well, I mean, whenever you're ready, I'm ready. So,
well, then I think that we need to go now.
Okay. Well, let's start out with this day in 1957.
1957, okay.
And this was from Decca Records. Remember the Decca Records?
Oh, yes, very much so.
I've seen a bunch of them around the studio here.
Yeah.
But here's the story. Bill Haley and his comments was announced Rock Around the Clock had sold over 1 million copies in Britain. And mostly on the 10-inch 78s.
Wow.
The version of Rock Around the Clock was used in the movie Blackboard Jungle, and it differs from the hit single version. The difference is in the two solo breaks. So I will say goodbye to Facebook.
Yeah, we don't want to get them upset at us.
It kind of caught me off guard.
I'm sorry.